Hi guys out there, hope you're all doing well. As you can see, we have finally reached the end of Bad Movie Month. And as you can see from the title and what's straight behind me, I thought I'd end it with one of the ultimate bad movies, and possibly worst movies, of all time. Of course, we waited, well, some fans waited, not me personally, waited 22 years to see the brand new Star Wars movie. You know, since the first one came out in 1977, you know, a lot of people have been waiting for these prequels to see what the story would be to lead up on how Anakin Skywalker became Darth Vader. And unfortunately, what we got was this, where you introduce a character who has been now branded as the most annoying talking character in history. You have Anakin Skywalker as a young boy, which already tells you they've gone back too far. Although it's interesting to see how Obi-Wan Kenobi gets taught by Qui-Gon Jinn. That's probably one of the only redeeming factors that's not the pod race or the final lightsaber duel in this movie. And of course, you know, Jake Lloyd, bless him, he's been picked on so much for doing this movie. And of course, you know, everyone's blamed him for being the one responsible of killing the Star Wars franchise. If anyone, I would blame the guy who played Jar Jar Binks, who really grates me every time I watch this movie when I'm watching the Star Wars movies in syndication. And, you know, that's why I have a tendency to only see the original trilogy nowadays, but, you know, that's another story for another time. And, you know, don't get me wrong, I think the main problem with this movie is it's too CG orientated, whereas the original Star Wars trilogy was all practical effects. You know, okay, some of them do look dated now, fair enough, if you don't watch the special editions, that is. But it still stands up story-wise, character-wise. Whereas this, the only thing, you know, it really covers is a tax dispute from the Trade Federation. And they try and build the whole story from that. And of course, you know, you're trying to introduce 4, 5, 6-year-old kids in Star Wars. You're not going to want to tell them what tax debates are and things like that. You know, it's a real shame to see that, you know, George Lucas went this direction with this movie. I mean, I know a lot of people have cited him off recently for Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, and while that's not brilliant, and by far no means the best in the whole Indiana Jones saga, that is still a good movie in my opinion. But, you know, for this, it was such a letdown. I mean, some of the acting is quite terrible, you know, because they're just talking that one monotone line of dialogue. But, you know, this is one of those movies that has been almost made unreviewable because there have been so many people voicing their opinions on it. But that's all I can give, is my opinion on this. So, you know, I mean, don't get me wrong, like I was saying, there's two good parts in this. There's, you know, the pod race, and there's the final lightsaber duel. Although, I will admit, even the ending of that lightsaber duel at the end is a bit of a quick cop-out for someone, and I will admit, Darth Maul is a good villain because he barely says anything. And that's what, you know, redeems it in a little, in a way. So, as a final verdict, I'm going to give this a 3 out of 10. You know, it's got good little pieces to it, but as a movie, it is just terrible. But unfortunately, it is one of those terrible movies that you have to watch for it to be part of the Star Wars saga. And that's going to do it for Bad Movie Month. Thanks for watching all the episodes, guys, and I shall see you all again soon. Take care.